Hi, my name is Melissa Unger and I'm our union's executive director. I wanted to talk quickly about our endorsement process and why our union's involved in politics. I get the question a lot. Why is SEIU 503 involved in politics? First off, we're involved because politicians directly impact what kind of contracts we get and how much funding we get for the services we provide. So the reason our members are involved in politics is because it has an impact on what we can win on the issues that people care about. I also get a question of how are we involved in politics? How does it work? That's a great question. We have an endorsement process that is driven by members. So we work jointly with our sister Local 49. Local 49 represents janitors and hospital workers across the state, and we want to speak with one voice for SEIU. So we go through a process where we work together to interview candidates. They have to fill out a questionnaire, and then through that we make recommendations. Members make recommendations about who we should endorse. Those recommendations come from our CAPE board, which is elected members from across the state. That CAPE board, which is our PAC board, makes recommendations to our board of directors, who then decide who we should endorse. Like I said, hundreds of members are involved in this process. So this year, we have a unique opportunity because we have a governor's race, and we have not had an open governor's race in Oregon in over 20 years. So we're taking that process really seriously. So I just want to give you one concrete example of how we're going to decide who we endorse for governor. First off, if you want to be a part of our process and be considered for endorsement, you have to fill out a questionnaire. We give that questionnaire to all candidates. That means Republican, Democrat, Independent, you get sent a questionnaire. And then you can let us know if you want to fill it out. If you fill it out and you're viable for office, meaning that you have the money and the resources to run a good campaign, then we're going to interview you. And we'll bring members together to interview you and talk to you about what your priorities are and what our priorities are. And if you're running for governor, because it's such an important role in our state, we'll also do a walk a day, meaning that every candidate will spend a couple of hours with a member doing their job so they can actually understand what it's like to do the work that our members do every day. Whether that's a home care worker or a nursing home worker or a hospital worker, a janitor or a public worker, all of those folks, we want to make sure that they have a sense of how our jobs work. So we make sure that they do a walk a day. From there, the members who do the interview will do some surveys, and the CAPE board will make a recommendation, and the board of directors will make a recommendation about who to endorse. So like I said, hundreds of members can oftentimes be involved in one endorsement for governor. Now for other offices, we do a very similar process where people have to go through an interview process or engage with members. So this is a real opportunity. And if you want to get involved, because these folks really do have an impact on how we win on issues, whether it's wages, benefits, or healthcare, then we would love you to get involved. First, you should give to CAPE. The way that we give candidates money and the way that we have power is that members come together, giving $10, $15 a month by making sure that they can have a voice. We may not be able to write $1 million check like Phil Knight, but by having thousands and thousands of members give $10 or $15, we can have the same impact. And that makes sure that working people have an actual voice in politics, which is so hard to do these days. So through our PAC and through CAPE, we can do that. So the first thing you should do is give to CAPE. And if you already give to CAPE, give a little bit more. Now, if you already do that, we also want you to get involved in these campaigns and through our endorsement process. So we'll continue to give you information about those opportunities as they come up, and we'll continue to communicate with you about who our members choose to endorse. Thank you very much. And don't hesitate to continue to ask questions about why and how we're involved in politics.